We've all heard of haters, but what do you do as a new real estate agent when you're getting hate from people who you know and you would never expect to get that from? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you 3 tips, 3 things that you can do when you start to receive hate from people who you didn't expect it from. Because even as an experienced agent like myself, you're going to experience this along the way in building your business.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
I'm the Modern Agent Jeff Ruby, and I help real estate agents launch, build, and scale profitable real estate businesses, the ones that make you money. Before I get into these 3 tips, I want to share something with you that actually happened today.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention now.
So I sent out my monthly email today, just as I do every month. And in this particular case, it had to do with national real estate statistics. And the reason being is that the market is currently in the state of shifting a little bit from what we've seen of 18 months of just an absolute blazing market. This was a well thought out email. I included some statistics, some links to some articles to support the information and the data that I was sharing. I also included a link for some local information, which includes a monthly report for all of the homes that have been bought and sold that's been provided to us by our local association. Now, this report is a great resource, which includes local information, data from all across the board, the different towns and cities, a great piece of information for anybody who'd be keeping track of what's going on in the local market. Now, what's funny about this email is that it was packed with value. And in my database of over 3,000 people, there's a few people that actually sent me hate.
I hate your stinking guts. You make me vomit.
Can you believe it? People that I've worked with before in the past, provided great service, have built great relationships, all of a sudden now are sending me emails asking to be removed. So check this out. I received a reply from this email from one particular client who I've worked with on and off over the last 15 years. I helped him and his wife sell their personal residence. I helped him and his mother sell her home after his father had passed away. We had built this relationship. Things were great. I had been over for dinner. I really liked these people. And in the context of this email, this gentleman had pointed out that he was not interested in national statistics and that the information that I was providing to him was not accurate. Can you imagine if somebody told you that what you did for a living and information that, or a service or a product that you were providing to them was wrong? How would you take that?
No. Hell no. No.
There's a few different ways that you can take that, and there's also a few different things that you can do. But before I get into it, let me finish the story.
Okay.
So this gentleman went on to explain why he didn't approve of the national statistics and how locally in our market, his neighbor's house had sold for a certain amount and how they were putting an addition on, and how if that's all I was able to provide to him, that he could go ahead and remove me from my email list. Then he proceeded to follow up with, I apologize in advance if this seems rude, but I just don't feel the need for this information, and again, you can remove me. What is that all about?
What just happened?
Keep in mind, I've been in the business for almost 18 years at this point, and I've never really had this happen. However, it does happen from time to time. As a new agent, you have to expect that something like this is going to happen. So here's how you're going to be prepared. The first thing you need to do if you receive a conversation, a text, an email, a social media message that's negative in response to something that you're trying to do to provide value is take time. What do I mean by take time? What I mean is give it 24 hours. Reacting out of emotion is the worst decision that you can make. Because what happens is we get so wrapped up in the emotion and we reply with emotion versus replying with logic. So if you give it 24 hours, you'll be able to apply some logic to it and then reply with an appropriate response. So in this case, I'm gonna give it 24 hours before I reply. This way, I'll be thinking it through, I'll let the emotions go through because quite frankly, I was pretty pissed. But it took like 2 seconds to recover. I've thought through it logically. I'll reply tomorrow and everything will be fine. Number 2 is craft your reply. Crafting your reply means not just typing out an email and hitting send. It's to actually type it out, look through it, make sure it makes sense, make sure you're comfortable with it, make sure you're not pushing those buttons, and make sure that it's professional. So stay professional when you craft your email. Don't send out the first version and then give it a chance. Number 3 is stop responding. Think about this for a minute. This particular person asked to be removed from my email list. That basically means he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. He doesn't want me to send him anything, and that's okay. After my response tomorrow, regardless of whether he replies or not, I am not going to respond. We want to cut the conversation at that point because it can become a back and forth, and that's the last thing that you want to do. All right, so take those 3 tips. Remember them when the haters come along because they will. It's just part of what we do. We have to have thick skin, we have to be smart, and don't worry about it, guys. Just move on from there. Thanks for watching another video. I'm the Modern Agent, Jeff Ruby. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know what videos you'd like for me to put out. What questions do you have? How can I help you with your business? I'm here to help. And until next time, see ya.